People are aging, and more than 1.8 billion people worldwide have presbyopia, and therefore they are seeking for different solutions other than glasses or contact lenses. And because we only have one life, and like my daughter says, YOLO, and the only hope is your eyes, because as you grow, you need to have your eyes in order to do some things that you wouldn't be able otherwise to do. So, as Philomena said already, the task to choose the lens for the right patient, the right lens, is the cornerstone to success, and it's something that is quite difficult, actually. It's exactly like choosing the right pair of heels for a nice dress, because we are a female panel, and Clarion Panoptix is a brand new lens for us. Here in Greece, I implanted the first one December 6th, and it's a different material. It's HEMA, which is hydroxyethyl methacrylate instead of phenylethyl methacrylate. It's different from Microsoft Panoptix. It gives more clarity, resists glistenings and surface scatter, and like all Clarion, it reduces the edge-associated glare and PCO. I found a study, and they found out that Clarion Panoptix, after 1 year, had no glistenings or surface light scattering compared to the older material, the Acrisoft one, and this gives a better quality of vision. And another study shows here that the visual disturbances, the severe visual disturbances with Clarion Panoptix, was 11.3% versus the 25% with the predecessor, the Acrisoft Panoptix. And therefore, I think that this new Clarion Panoptix is almost replacing the Acrisoft Panoptix gradually, because it's going to give us better visual acuity, quality with less visual disturbances. As Philomena already said, the concentric rings are the same, the diffractive part of the lens, and it has different haptics that gives an exceptional rotational stability and no surface haze and glistening free. And the Enlighten technology that redirects the light from the focus, the forward focus, and takes it to intermediate, and therefore 50% goes for distance, 25% goes to intermediate, and 25% for near. And the defocus curve is almost linear. It lies around 20/20 for near, intermediate, and distance, which is quite good. It gives very good clarity. And they conducted a study that they asked the patients, giving them a questionnaire, how much they had the visual disturbances, the frequency and the severity, and bothersomness of particular visual disturbance. And you can see that they can mark which one was for them. And more than 95% of the Panoptic patients were not bothered very much by any visual disturbances, which was quite good. And exceptional rotational stability for the toric part. So the study showed that 1.8 degrees at first day and 2 degrees at 6 months post-op, which is amazing. So the result that you want from the toric lens stays as it is, which is good. Although I'm always very conservative, and I tell the patients, do not do anything the first day if they have a toric lens. This is the first patient I did on December 6th, a 78-year-old male, retired architect, occasional night driver. He wanted to be spectacle independent, and his preoperative refraction is, as you can see here, quite complex. And this is his biometry. We chose a T4 Clarion Panoptix, a toric Clarion Panoptix. This is the first postoperative day. You can see an exceptional refraction. It's very good. The patient actually does not complain about glare or halos. That was the previous feedback that I got from my Acrisoft patients. And he's almost fully spectacle independent. And the second eye is scheduled. It will be the first surgery on 2nd of January. This is the surgery of his eye. I'm going to go through it quite fast. You can see here. I'm going to go through the videos a little bit faster so that Sotiria will have some more time. And That was the first toric. Actually, we had a problem with the image guidance. Although I used the image guidance, you cannot see it. I could see it during the operation. I was quite puzzled when I saw that my video doesn't have the image guidance, but I will show you image guidance for another lens, another patient. This is the Clarion Panoptix T4, the lens that was used for this patient. It's a toric lens. And you can see here the concentric rings. You can see I do a thorough washout behind the lens so that it has more rotational stability postoperatively. And here you can see the final result. The second patient is actually sitting among us. She's a nice lady that is working in OMMA 32 years, 62-year-old high hyperope, and she wanted to be spectacle independent. Although she wasn't expecting that she would be operated, I just said, yes, you're going to be operated tomorrow. So I did her yesterday, and that was a very short notice. It was a last-minute decision. She doesn't drive. She wanted to be spectacle independent, of course, and high hyperope. So she's the ideal of all the patients. She's the ideal for Panoptix Clarion, and this is her biometry. The preoperative refraction, as you can see, she didn't need a toric because I did it on an Alcon calculator. That's her eye. I think that's the first time that she can see her eye like this. So that was done yesterday. And thanks, Alcon, for giving me last minute the lenses. Thank you, because I didn't have the time to choose the lenses the days before. Without complications, of course. And I think that she's really happy. She can already see very well in near, good distance, and you can see here the implantation of the plain Panoptix, the Clarion Panoptix. It went really well, and I think that the next few days she's going to be even better. The fact that she's sitting among us means that she feels well. Here you can see from the screen of the Varion, the image guidance, how you can see where to place the lens, to center the lens, and it's very, very helpful, actually. And I can show you sometimes, I don't really use it, but you can use it if you want to make a capsulorhexis that is 5 or 5.5 or whatever. So it gives you the feedback where to place the capsulorhexis. I made it slightly smaller than what it showed. However, some patients, we all know, that are not ideal candidates for Panoptix, and therefore I use my love is Vivity, and for type A personalities, frequent night drivers, people that have ocular comorbidities like glaucoma or macular degeneration, or they had prior refractive surgery, these people are the people for an EDOF. So today is going to talk about these things, so I'm not going to go through this. Stretches, shifts the wavefront, and it moves the focal range. It gives an extended focal range. It's an amazing lens, and when the patient doesn't really care to hold the reading material very close to his/her eyes, or and is quite high maintenance and quite stressed out, type A personality, I would probably go for Vivity. You can see this is the questionnaire I give to my patients. A 54-year-old male, ex-myo, post-LASIK, and type A personality, quite demanding. So that shows that he's not suitable for multifocal lens. And therefore, I implanted a Vivity toric, a T2. Spectacle independent, 93%. You see that the independence is a little bit less than multifocals, than Clarion Panoptix or Acrosov Panoptix, but no dysphotopsia. The patient is really happy. And that's the final video. I just want to show you. I'm very happy. That's with Ingenuity, so it's a 3D operation, and you can see the Varion. It gives me exactly the spot where I can operate and place my incisions, the main port, and everything. And after that, you can see here that it shows exactly where you can place the capsular excess. And the implantation of the VVT lens. You can see the small marking from the image guidance there, the digital marking. You place the lens, and I don't know why it plays again and again the video, the washout behind the lens. And, well, sometimes technology doesn't cooperate well. And here you can see that it shows the marking of the lens, of the image guidance. And thank you very much. Everybody have a good Christmas, and thank you for your attention.